see it. I like the format right now. I can say, speaking from, I think, week 1 to there in week 3, I think we saw a lot more engagements, a lot more people fighting for the eliminations. Love the updates already. Nice job, Epic.
Snood and Hart, the last game winners, finding themselves jumping down just outside of Tilted Towers. You can hear them already communicating. In a situation like this, right, you come down, you jump out of the bus, and you pick a spot, right? As you start to fly out, you suddenly start to see bodies. Do you say, okay, we're going to commit to this, or you maybe just go, nah, there's no way, we have to do something else?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you want to go in knowing your backup plans. Right? So it's like, hey, we're going to try to land, let's say, Salty, and they're flying, no, there's people at Big Blue and Salty. Let's float towards the Gray House here and just outside Divot. An important thing to remember about this drop, there's actually 2 chests that spawn at those trucks that just got added there recently.
Right.
So now you've got the chest that can spawn in Big Gray. You got the 2 chests there, and now Hamlin's finds a player with no weapon. That's Danigan. That is frustrating.
So Hamlin's and Myth finding themselves in Lonely Lodge. That must mean that their duo partner for the Brick Danigan is somewhere here. Oh no! Oh, giving him the dance. Oh no, so there you go. So TSM Hamlin's, 2 elims on the board. Lonely Lodge
does a little heart saying sorry, but this is one where we know you have no weapons, but guess what? We need eliminations.
That's right.
And what I talked about, you could land in an area, catch your opponents like that, boom. 2 elims earned.
Oh no, Annihilus has just gone down with Saint here. You just gotta clutch it up. Oh, but Vape Jesus says, not today, Saint. Your hat is not keeping you warm enough. You're gonna be sent back to the lobby.
I like that.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not keep you warm enough.
Oh, crispy. So he's already lost KP5.
Yep.
Find himself a Chug Jug with 2 elims on the board. So he did lose his teammate, but he takes out and eliminates the other squad.
And this is the tough part now, because remember, you don't get any points for 2nd or 3rd, and you need to hit 5 elims. So now, if you're Crispy, you're left to basically solo fights and try to win all by yourself. I'm assuming KP5 doesn't have any other eliminations yet.
Right.
So now, Crispy needs to hope that there's fights going on in front of him, and he can basically just vulture the elimination. See people getting weak and then just go, oop, pop shot there with the hunting rifle. Oop, maybe a quick, precise fire with the assault rifle from range. He is not looking to force any 1v2 engagements.
Here we are at TSM Daquan and Reverse, finding themselves in Paradise Palms. They're far out of the circle, but we talked about those rifts being close by earlier, so they will be able to rotate when the time comes. Oh, Day took a ton of damage there.
He can build 3 walls in total there. Daquan cannot build a single thing.
He knocked me all the way down.
Reverse goes down here, but he finds Latigot. Oh, Reaver finds the eliminations though, so TSM Daquan and Reverse are sent back to the lobby. Reaver with 2 elims.
And I was wondering why Daquan was just kind of trying to cross his fingers and hope the shotgun got the elimination from that range. That player only had 12 HP left. There was callouts going in that he's weak. Unfortunately, not enough damage done.
Base tempo, Liquid Poach. Players last week finding themselves here just outside of Salty Springs, battling for the high ground.
One shot.
Chid's coming in.
Got him.
All right, so that's TTV outlived there.
I don't know where the guy is.
What do you do in these types of situations? Especially when you're fighting 2v2 and your teammate goes down, what can you do to try and maybe change the flow of that battle a little bit?
Well, the thing right there is they're just having to wonder where the second teammate is. His hope right there was that he could take down that opponent that was knocked and get the material. All he got for material was 100. So still, he can only build 10 walls himself. And this is actually a completely different team. So forget the teammate of the other guy. This is an entirely different team coming into the fray. And look, they're gonna have to. He's gonna have to fall right down because guess what? He cannot match the builds of his opponents. He's got to play the low ground.
They spend too much time here. They're gonna get third party from somebody else.
You can hear him talking about their strategies here.
Coming.
Their literal hope is that a third party enters the fight and draws their attention away.
Tempo goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, and this was our last first place winners. Snood and Hart finding themselves eliminations. So Snood now has one. I believe Hart might have one or two at this point.
That is huge. They wind up going on in.
But
And there's action all over the map. We're going to go ahead and hop on over again. This is wall hack Jack.
Ooh, good hit.
Headshot one.
I think
Hit one again.
They took a rift to find themselves in Lazy Links, and now
He's
Wallhack
got
Jack
CDN
drops
down.
CDN with a huge headshot.
About the revolver.
Gosh, the revolver. And you see, even he's laughing. How about the revolver? It's not typically something you use, but guess what? In these games, you need anything you can get. There's another elimination down onto Requiem. And there goes C's and his teammate.
All right, loot that guy.
Rough spot over at Lazy Links. I believe these guys just rifted on in as well. They just kind of flew right into the fight.
Yeah, and I love seeing the versatility, even utilizing the revolver there. And man, look at those mats, 832.
He just got so many materials off of those bodies. Wall hack Jack and Rogue.
You can, that's fine. Just don't get
IPDRE, Ipdre, Dre. Oh goodness, I need to learn these players' names. Either way, putting themselves in a fantastic spot.
Double back here.
Let's hop over to TSM Myth. They're finishing looting up Lonely Lodge. We saw them land earlier, and Hamlin's found himself 2 eliminations. Let's hop back over to them. Let's see how they're doing. They are super far from the circle right now.
But there is a rift location right above them. I'm wondering if it did spawn on up there. Again, typically you'd have to panic in these spots.
Oh, but look, someone might have already taken it.
I think someone's built up there before. There was another rift location to their left, but they're too far.
You have meds, right?
Look,
Yep,
they're now admitting this is
We can make it. And
This
there's
is terrible.
apples, right
They've
here
got to
too
go
as well.
so far. And here we go, the top current 5 standing. So like you saw, last game, Hart and Twitch Snood found themselves in first place. Pain, Vape Jesus in second. Outlive, Turkey Lips, my favorite name, third. Hysteria High Distortion in fourth. And Zayt and Saf in fifth. So we'll have to see how this plays out in this game.
How did they let this happen?
What a weird rotation.
I
from
mean,
that
we
team.
obviously didn't have their
I don't know where they came from.
you know their comms, but it almost looks like they were
Oh, they probably went containers.
caught
when
off
they
guard
came
by
in.
maybe the players taking the rift
Yes.
from them. But right now,
Man, they
thankfully
some
for them,
cuts, bro.
this zone, and even when it closes, will only
That
hit
was,
for
like,
one.
unnecessary.
Yeah. Let's hop on over to Sir D from 100 Thieves, hanging out with Crafty. The dynamic duo. Oh, he just got lasered though.
This is a solid squad as well. Sir Demetrius, one of the new pickups for 100 Thieves, and Crafties from TSM.
That's right, and they're hanging out just outside that circle, man. Do you think maybe he should have just kept running and not popped this medkit?
It's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword, because then if you get knocked, you're going, wow, I wish I popped that medkit. But
Yeah.
here, they're both going to just try to chase these enemies, and this is so smart. This is why I love
I got one.
how they're trailing the enemies. Remember earlier when we saw Daquan in game 1, worried about them getting trailed? Well, guess what? That's why you hate when your opponents are behind
We
you.
gotta just get out of the zone for now.
Wow, what a huge find. So that means Stone Mountain's partner somewhere left alive.
There's a guy right in front of me. I'm actually be able to shoot on this guy.
Sir Demetrius actually has got a ton of materials from that body.
Man, you're right. Almost 800, 750 now. Oh, wow.
And look at these build battles happening just outside the zone. Sir Demetrius, he's going to pop this bandage for literally 2 health. And you might laugh, but guess what? 2 HP can be the difference between him and living
I got one.
and dying in a fight.
Absolutely.
His buddy's right below you, then.
Do you see all that building just behind him?
Yep.
I think he's on that tree.
It sounds like a lot of the players are starting to find themselves as the circle is starting to close. Hopping over to Twitch, Snood, and Hart. These guys won the first game. They're sitting pretty at 6 points, top of the leaderboard.
And it looks like they're thinking someone is below them in this build fight.
Make sure you can't res.
I'm wondering if these were the 2 that they saw fighting next to Sir Demetrius.
I think
Side, I can't tell.
I'm going from the top.
I think they found someone knocked.
I juked the trap again.
Oh, someone just fell. So Hart finds another elimination.
There's more?
Get the edit on the wall.
Nice.
Oh, Hart finds himself. I'm pretty sure that's 5, at least 4 for sure coming in from Hart.
And that was
So-
Hysteria
Take
getting
this
dropped
big
too.
box.
So that means High Distortion's out as well.
We have one more
Oh,
kill with
wow.
five. Just play safe.
Huge, these guys are on fire. They're finding these huge pickoffs.
So now we know for a fact that you see
need
Snood
SMG
already has
though.
1
Should I drop
elimination.
this? Should I
Hart,
drop-
I
you wanna
believe,
carry
has
C4s
2
or
or
something?
3.
I believe he has 4 total at least.
Okay, so we'll definitely look to keep an eye on them, because guess what? They already have a 4-point lead on second.
Still carry portal for
What did I mention earlier? You just keep chipping away towards those 13. If they earn 2 points this game, then that means mathematically they could end our tournament in game 3 with a victor with a royale flush.
That's right. Hopping on over. Let's take a look at TSM, Myth, and Hamlin's. Let's see where they're at. They're running just at the edge of the circle.
Okay.
So again, it's interesting that they're playing the very, very edge of the circle right now.
We might have to fight
I
them.
think at this point they could probably outrun it. It's not closing too quickly,
might be able
but
to get them as they go down the hill.
Yep.
would you recommend that be the strategy? You know, like it's hard to say exactly, right? Some people say play the edge of the circle.
Yep.
Some people say just go right for the zone. What do you think?
I think players are still actually adapting to this second storm. It was updated this week that the second storm.
Oh!
Brilliant shot by Myth. Second one onto Wilds, and he's going to push this engagement right away.
I got stickies.
Oh my. Okay, so Myth knocks 2 separate
Getting high ground.
team members
Yes,
here.
this could be 4 limbs in total.
Dude, this would be huge if they could find these.
And remember, Hamlin's already
They're
has
building
2,
metal.
so
They're
technically
gonna
if they
push out the
wipe
zone,
this
dude. They're
fight
gonna
with
push out the
everyone,
zone.
that'll give them 2 points this game.
They're trying to find
I think they're having
I
a
don't think
back
they're
up.
getting reses either. Just keep an eye on them.
Oh,
keep
the
an eye on
storm is coming in.
them. Play slow.
Now, the crazy thing to remember, too, to keep in mind, this storm was updated this week. It used to close in 90 seconds. Now it takes a full 2
I'm
minutes.
storming out.
Typically, this would be a way different scenario, but still with 45 seconds for the zone to close on in.
They've got a lot of time, man.
Yeah, they're just trying to hunt this.
And this is before. So keep in mind, Myth knocked 2 different enemies from opposing
I see 'em.
teams.
Oh, this is if they don't get any limbs out of this, that is so frustrating. Because now they're having to fall down the hill. They're going to lose sight of their opponents here. Look at how awkward this fight is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Try to
if you're
stay to the
just
right.
tuning in, the format for this week is Race to the Crown. So everyone is racing to 13 points.
Fuck.
Victory Gals are
That
worth
was the
4
guy we
points.
killed
And
as
if you
well.
land 5 or more eliminations in a game, you're finding yourself with 2 points. So every single elim absolutely matters.
Okay, so one of the teams that was in the storm actually was just eliminated. So that means that there's 2 elims that they will now not get.
Yeah, they didn't get them because
Not one of them, but
the
they
credit
might
did
see.
not go over to Myth.
I'm telling you right now, if Myth and Hamlin's do not get a
fighting,
single elim out of this, I'm tilted for them.
Watch them.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is our standings from last game, ladies and gentlemen. So Hart and Twitch Snoot found themselves in first place with that Royale flush.
75.
They found themselves in first place.
One's on the right as well.
I believe these opponents are trying to bounce pad on in. They're trying to track them in the zone. Here come the
Oh, it's
sticky.
sticky. That was so close.
So a strategy you'll see from players is you'll throw the sticky and then immediately shoot the wall.
So this is who he downed
no
before.
scope. That was a no
Yeah.
scope.
Another one. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Okay, so he finds himself in an elimination there.
I didn't even realize that was a no-scope. I thought he just shotgunned him, but that was a 7-meter hunting rifle no-scope. That was the second time that Wilds was knocked out by Myth's hunting rifle.
Hopping over
His teammate
to
fell, his teammate
Painful
fell.
here. And
getting
Yo-Yo,
sprayed.
keep it up.
They're on me. They're on me. I'm gonna need help.
Calling out.
Materials
shield down,
again,
put his shield
so
down.
low.
Down,
Oh,
down.
wow, he just managed to burst that guy, but Painful goes down.
My bad, dude. I should not have done that. He's right on you. They're both there.
Oh, interesting. So he's actually up
Can't do
high
much
there,
about ammo.
Courage. What do you
Yeah.
think? So he kind of called out his mistake, but what a mistake for those that maybe didn't catch it. What was
Oh,
the mistake?
I think Painful just
I
got on the
don't
wrong
have any
page, and
ammo,
this has
He's dropping down,
disaster
dropping
written
down.
all over it. He can build one wall. One wall, Z.
Oh, wow.
Go for res.
And this is
Yeah.
their opposing team here.
Playing it slow.
Animal and
Yeah,
Karos.
I know where he is.
This is so
See him
smart.
like it.
Sentinels.
All right, 20
Let's listen to it.
seconds to zone. You gotta get me, or
Yep.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. You're good.
It's his last wall.
So
Knock
Animal.
him.
Oh, what?
And he can't
go
build.
for res now. Go for res
He
now.
can't
Go for-
build.
No, he's shooting me. He's shooting me. Relax.
He's just got to go for it, right? He's got to commit.
Getting shot
Oh,
from
no!
above.
But
Fuck.
Liquid find themselves. Wow.
I couldn't
So
go for
he
this,
did pick up 2 eliminations. We'll have to see what how they're going to place in the standings. But hopping over here to TSM,
Okay.
Hamlin's Myth,
Yeah,
they're
southwest.
inside Tilted Tower. Now the storm is coming in.
Yep.
Alright.
Dude, being in Tilted Towers this late in the game with 29 players left, this is semi-stressful.
Myth is literally farming the truck in hopes he can just get some
they're
extra
playing on
material,
that,
some metal to his name.
He does have a lot of brick, though.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's go. Ah, shit. Okay.
But it's Myth. He's called the young architect because of his builds, and I can promise you something.
They're going inside of that door.
450 or well 550 total builds is not Myth level of materials he typically likes to have.
He's playing right around the corner.
Okay.
Oh, that was super close.
Yep.
Going on the roof.
You're going on the roof?
Yeah, I'm on the roof now.
Hamlin's
Alright,
trying to keep
we
that
got-
high
still gotta
ground.
play for zone, dude.
Okay, yeah. I was just making sure.
Alright. They're just playing super passive, not trying to die.
Their comms are so
Wanna keep
clear.
my
They're
eye on 'em?
so focused.
third-party fights we kind of mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just
Looking
tuning in,
for
we
these
just want to
guys
remind
south
you
of
of
the
the
hill.
format called Race to the Crown. Wow!
Are you kidding?
That was
I'm killing it, dog.
that was so to put it in perspective.
What the fuck?
Earlier, Myth had already
210.
already got a snipe
we
on
can
the
take that
Wilds
high ground,
BR and then got a snipe onto a maze. They
Is that
both
a
got
team
res,
fight?
went to fight later. Myth then got in a 1v1 versus Wilds, no-scoped him with the hunting rifle from 7 meters, and then there, the shot into the storm when a maze is running and jumping away from Myth, ridiculous accuracy.
Let's go.
And he gets another knock there. Myth is going off with this hunting rifle, and it's time for the TSM boys to push on up and force the engagement.
And this could be huge, man. If they can find a team with just any mats, ammo, even weapons, that would be unbelievable. Heart goes down. Oh no, so the first place team, Heart has gone down, but Snood is still somewhere.
Yes.
Is this Snood here?
It very well could be.
They're both above me now.
It very well could be.
dude,
Hamlin
that's
calls
a
out the
different
players
team
are
as
above him. That was Snood
Oh,
getting
that was
dropped.
Snood right there. So C9 Zoo finds that elimination. And there's, oh, I'm sorry, Zoof, there he is there.
Myth will finish that engagement.
That's right, and just takes all the ammo and mass that he absolutely can. 600 metal, oh wow.
And there it is, the new compact SMG, the legendary edition. What's he going to drop for?
Drop the drum gun in. So
Alright,
here's that replay. Just an absolutely unbelievable shot coming out from Myth right here.
And not only is the player running away from Myth, but he's changing elevations and he jumps. But Myth makes that last second adjustment and gets the elim. And keep in mind, that player was taking damage from the storm, and he instantly got eliminated by just one hunting rifle shot. Brilliant, brilliant stuff.
And here's actually 100 Thieves Parallax. We saw him do very, very well in week 2. I'd love to listen in because he's one of those guys that really just kind of talks to you and tells you his strategy. So let's listen in for that.
You good? You're a legend. We got rockets coming in on us now. At the bottom of the bases, there's rockets coming.
Yeah, I got rocketed out.
Yeah. Top 10 animated trail right there.
Now, if you remember back to the E3 Pro-Am, Noah actually won the warm-up solo game.
That's right, he
by
did.
himself. So Noah is someone who's had experience on the big stage. He's a very talented player. Parallax, obviously, in the 100 Thieves Fortnite division.
Here we go. Ghost, Demo, and SKT Ghoul. See how they're doing. It's starting to get really scary, Courage. You got top 22. The circle's starting to get real small.
I'm gonna take him. You use him. I have 3 stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is match 2 of week 3, day 1. Let's recap really quickly if you're just tuning in. It's called Race to the Crown. Everyone's trying to earn points. They're trying to earn themselves 13 points total. They start at 0. Any victory out is worth 4 points. If a team can find 5 eliminations, they net themselves 2. So all in all, if they can find 5 elims and a victory out, they're going to walk away in this game with 6 points. So we'll have to stay tuned. That was a huge snipe around there to just rip the shields.
If I'm not mistaken, that blue bolt action rifle does 105 damage to the body.
That was quite a bit of damage there.
Yeah, and now they will have to move with the zone, but they're...
Oh, no!
And there goes Myth.
I can't. He's in a box right now. Here, wait.
Demo with just an unbelievable flick shot there to find TSM Myth. Hamlin's still around there somewhere.
Compact SMG
Okay, we have to go.
was tweaked a little bit earlier on. Doesn't do as well at shredding those builds.
Move. Get
Oh.
off the stairs.
Oh, I think they're trying to... There you go. Courage, I think there's someone here in these metal boxes.
There are. Yep, there still is. It's the player that they hit the snipe on earlier. Now, keep in mind, there's still 21 players left in this very small zone.
Oh, wow. So Hamlin was able to res Myth.
Wow. Go ahead.
Courage.
They've already got 2 points in this game because we see Hamlin's down with 4. We know Myth has had, I believe, 2 or 3 himself.
Yeah. So for sure, they're going to walk away with 2 points.
They could be contending for that $6,500 prize if you get the most Olympic match.
That's right. Here's Bobby Bojangles hanging out with Summer, FN. Dude, they're dangerously close to the circle. It's ticking 5. Oh, no, it was more than that. It was like 8.
Yeah, it's 8.
I'm leaving.
Oh, no, don't let this don't
I'm in
touch.
circle. I'm in circle.
Me too.
They've got to run. TSM, Myth, and Hamlin's fall to the storm.
He's right above us. Now we go for the win.
B-Sox is eliminated by C9.
No, I have 1 mini.
So C9 blind fight. So now we're in a top 15 situation.
Yep.
Bobby Bojangles, man. 100 shield, but only 3 HP.
And what does that mean moving forward? That means he cannot be touched by the zone. And look at how far they are from the next one, Zeke. This zone is going to move fast. They don't have builds. They do not have heals. I'm going to make the Jack Courage Dunlop bold prediction of the day. Bojangles is dead soon. He's got,
Oh, no.
We swapped perspectives. The second we swapped, he got knocked by a stink bomb. That's how little HP he had.
That's huge, man. All right, so now they've got to make a decision. Does Summer just leave and abandon him?
I mean, I think that's the point they're at. With his own moves in 10 seconds, there's no way they're going to get that res off in time.
This is back to Demo and Ghoul. Demo found himself a huge snipe on Myth earlier. Top 12 situation. People are being eliminated left and right. Courage, this is starting to get out of control super
We don't
quickly.
need kills. We just need to get in.
Yep, you can hear him. They're saying we don't even need a limbs. We just need to get into the zone.
That's right.
And I'm wondering when they use this. They just got a launch pad. I'm wondering if they use it now or they save it to reset for the high ground later on. Cease still in this one. He's got 6 limbs himself, so he's in a brilliant position. He's got 2 points already, looking for more.
That's right. And now he's just got to try and play. He's by himself, though. Zoof was eliminated earlier. Only 8 players remain right now, Courage. What do players do in this situation? What should we expect?
Again, Cease is not looking to fight any teams in a 1v2. He's looking for quick knocks, some maybe free damage, brilliant use of the remote explosives. And look, he's just getting all of his walls sprayed down.
Oh! He's trying to confirm an elimination there. That's going to be huge.
He should use this cover right now to heal. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. Brilliantly done. Make sure he can claim that wall himself. Expect him to bring out these minis any second.
You have minis, right?
Yeah.
Boom, there you go.
The storm is about to move here, Courage. Here in just 7 seconds. 7 players remain. The Liquid guys are still here. They're up on that high ground.
I only have 200 mats for this.
And they're about to all have to move. Again, these new zones, and look at what it does. It's either you wait and let your opponents make the first move and get the kind of cheap shots on them like you saw right there,
The guy on the right had no map.
or you just rush and hope that you can make it on in.
Oh, wow, they find someone. Who is that?
Oh,
But he's taking a bunch of storm damage. He's got to be really careful here. He's already down 20 HP.
I forward you, sorry.
Someone was just lost to the storm. They're now 6, so 2 players actually were. Courage, these circles are getting dangerously small here.
Oh, yeah. And at this point now, I don't believe we'll see 72 Hours or Chap drop down. They've got the high ground. They know they can just look down on any opponent that's there.
I have no AR.
They're going to look to kind of vulture these engagements. The big thing that was just mentioned, no AR ammo left for this player. Look, 10
Wow, yeah.
in total in his drum gun. And here comes the storm again. Now shrinking to this. Look at the size of it on the map, Zeke.
It's this. Oh, they just. Wait, did he just fall? He did. Oh, they find themselves an elimination, though. This is Demo. This is Ghoul. Ghoul goes down. Demo. Oh, Demo finds the elimination.
And he's just making sure the player's knocked out. That's it.
Oh.